It was.
What
It
is
was.
Sanford and Son?
Sanford and Son.
What is it?
What?
Yeah,
Hold
I've never in my life heard of this. What is it?
Excuse me, hold on. Hey, Farmy.
What's up?
Oh.
Is Farmy gonna tell me what Sanford and Son is?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you know what it is?
I'm free to admit that I do not.
Sitcom.
Well,
it did sound like music. Not like music, like music.
No, it's. Hold on.
Isn't it?
Shut the front door. Hold on.
I will not. I got an open door policy in this household.
I was born in a goddamn barn, okay?
Yeah, listen. Some have said that my open door policy is because I was born in a barn and raised by wolves.
Now
Others
look
have
at here, see? Now look at here, see? I may just be a country bumpkin, but once upon a time I lived in a place where my family was all I could see.
Just ever repeating iterations of your family.
It's
Could
my
see, could see, could see, could see.
one of my
could
favorite
see,
humans
could
on
see.
this fucking planet, MJP.
MJP. MJP
Oh, that's an honor.
definitely
Quite an
knows
honor.
Here you are.
what Sanford and Son is.
I
You
was
don't know
trying to tell
Sanford
them.
and Son?
I don't.
Yeah, that's what
They
we were
didn't
just.
know it.
Is this
Do you know the Jeffersons?
vaguely? I'm aware that
It's-
that is a.
What?
I'm aware that that's a show.
Oh my
What do
god.
you want from me? I didn't have a TV until I was 12.
Well,
I lived in the middle of fuck all nowhere with nothing
You
to
you
do.
had to have avoided TV to not see Sanford and Son for real.
Well, I didn't have a TV, so that does explain it. I've never seen any TV shows or movies. Like they do this at work all the time. There's a rotating cadre of movies that they forget that I haven't seen because I just don't care enough to see them. And I didn't see them in my youth. And it's always like,
because
what? You've never seen the first Top Gun? You don't understand. It's like the greatest movie ever. And I'm like, there's
they're-
like 3 movies.
Well,
Well,
no,
that are
I-
better.
I
I
love
used to
movies and I've
feel-
never seen the first Top Gun.
I
Yeah.
used to feel like
The problem is they keep saying that these fucking movies are the best movies ever, but it's been like 57 of them. They can't be 57 of the best movie ever.
and that wasn't like I used to feel some kind of way when people would be like, "Oh, you don't have this."
So
But,
the
like-
story behind Sanford and Son is it's one of the early black comedies that were really, really famous.
Oh, it
If
is a black
if
thing.
you're watching anything, it was them.
I was about to
And
make
it
a
was
joke
like
about it
Different
being a black
Strokes
thing.
and Jeffersons and it featured a couple
Come
famous
on, what's
comedians.
happening? Like, but what's
Yeah.
happening came later, right?
Yeah,
like,
but
what's
it kind of started
No
the
Roger,
trend
no
of
rerun,
the
no
show.
rent. No Roger, no rerun, no rent. Like,
I don't know.
fucking, like,
The fuck?
it is so weird to me that people didn't have that straight, because I didn't have cable, but like there were like
If you
it
didn't have
was
cable,
it
how'd
was
you see this?
dials on the television, right?
Mhm. Over the air.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
I see what you mean.
we had an aerial.
See, when I
in
say
our
I
backyard.
didn't have cable, I mean my mother was certain that a TV would rot her children's brain.
Oh
So
no, we had a
didn't have
TV. We just didn't have
straight
we
up
didn't have the
a
most-
TV in the house until I was like heading towards teen years.
And you know what? Maybe she was right.
She was
But, like-
wrong. I could rot my brain without a TV just fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got the internet now.
Yeah.
You got brain rot 5.0.
It was like a weird dichotomy with my mother too. I really like, not to like call her or put her on blast or anything. She's done her best and I'm very happy I don't have any
Wait,
issues
so-
in that. But like,
So did
I had
anybody
a
not
Game
see
Boy.
Good Times?
Nope, didn't see Good
You've
Times.
seen Good
Had a
Times.
Game Boy. Just
What?
to be clear, at like age 7,
Temporary layoffs.
at age 7 had a Game Boy. Didn't have a TV.
Did you? I don't know.
No idea
Ain't
why that
we
checked out in
lucky
her
we
brain at 50.
got 'em. Dun
I
dun.
wonder,
Good
have you ever seen Laverne and
times.
Shirley?
Nope.
Schlemiel.
I know
Schlemazel.
I know
Haas and
Laverne
Pfeffer
and Shirley
Incorporated.
is a sitcom, but I've never seen it.
I'll be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I know of all these shows, but I've actually never seen it.
Yeah, like the Jeffersons.
Wait.
I know the
Okay, so
Jeffersons
you don't
is a
know Laverne and
culturally
Shirley.
specific show.
Do you know about like all the like what's that fucking guy? Best in Show and Spinal Tap and
Those I
yeah.
recognize as all English words that
Right, but I
they
mean,
don't make
do
any
you know
sense
those
together.
movies?
No.
Oh,
You tell me now that they're movies and I believe you.
okay. Well, I mean, some of the same people were involved, but that's if you don't know
Have you
that,
seen
then
Happy
that's
Days?
Again, vaguely aware that
Sunday,
that's a show.
Monday, happy days.
I know that song.
Interesting. Okay. So, have you seen Leave It to Beaver?
Nope. Eddie
Interesting.
Haskell and
Okay.
Miss Cleaver. Again,
Mayberry
only know the beaver
RFD.
from the movie 8 Mile, which I have
Have you
not
seen-
seen. Just to be clear, have not seen that movie. Do know everything that happens in it. Thank you.
It's not a
TikTok.
movie, so
Wait,
your
you've
point
never
stands.
seen 8 Mile?
No.
Come on, man.
What do you want from me?
There's
Well,
there's
all
ramen
the
on
only
his sweater. It's mom's spaghetti.
no, but
Yeah, I've seen the rap battles.
reason
What more do I
the
need?
reason that movie is particularly important to me is that a friend of mine used to have an Oscars party every year. I mean,
Huh.
we were kids, like
Mhm.
the fuck, like dress up like something. So like
And you chose Eminem.
all well, exactly. All the other bitches were wearing like gowns, and
She
I
really
showed
did.
up in like super wide leg jinkos and a wife beater tank top
And you were
and like slick
Mom's
my hair
spaghetti.
back. And yes, and best year ever. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, listen, I'm proud of you. Again, never seen it. Have seen enough on TikTok to have seen the rap battles. It's fine.
Mama.
Do I need more than the rap battles? Does it matter? If I know the history of Eminem and I have seen the rap battles of 8 Mile, is that
Well, the rap
basically
battle
the same
doesn't really
thing?
make sense without watching the movie.
I
Hey,
understand.
and also
it
like
does.
Mekhi
It does.
Pfeiffer gives a lovely performance.
You don't
And
have to have
also
seen it.
fucking Kim, isn't Kim Basinger his mom?
Who's Kim Basinger?
What?
Yes,
What
she
do you
is.
want from me?
You're correct.
Shut the front door, Jenk. Like I don't.
This is like a repeat. It feels like I'm at work again. What the fuck?
All right. Like so, we're gonna stop talking.
Do you
about
have
this
a
shit, and I'm
pop
gonna shut the
culture
fuck up.
of? Do you have a pop culture of choice that you do watch, that you do consume?
I mean, yeah, I'm a voracious consumer of various medias. Movies and TV were not it for me whenever I was in.
I'm sorry, you're a little quiet. What?
Yeah, there's a voracious amount of media that I consume. It wasn't at that age and that time period. It wasn't movies and TV.
What are your
Interesting.
feelings
So
on
when
the
did
Dorothy L.
you?
Sayers, Lord Peter Whimsy mysteries?
I never heard of that one. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I have not read any of Lord
I don't know
Peter
what the fuck you're
Whimsy's
talking about.
mysteries. I have read an awful lot.
An awful lot. Uh-huh.
And like in later years, it's
Kinda
become podcasts.
some mud,
that
aren't
I'm,
you?
Like the go-to.
Jank's probably all in on the erotic fanfics.
Oh yeah, I've read a lot of those. I
He
can give
loves
you
being a
full-
pony. He loves
I can give you
ponies.
a full dissertation of my immortal baby.
You're a Brody?
I am not, but more power to him. I feel like
Actually,
I
when
should
it comes
be.
to current video game shit, for what is it, like 2.5 years, I've lost many of my friends to Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
You know, way like so many of them like back in the beginning, but like some of them like they've never really come back, and now there's this DLC.
Yep. I'm not big on Dark Souls games, but I get it. It's really good.
Yeah. But I mean, like it's not my thing, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah, sure.
And I was talking to the Munchkin tonight. I'm like, "Hey, how's summer vacation?" And he's like, "Yeah, good." And he was telling me about some stuff, and he's like, yeah, so I finally got Elden Ring."
Toaster?
Huh?
Toaster?
Yes. And I was like, "Oh no, see you next year." Like,
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
over.
real, man. You basically just got World of Warcraft.
yeah, I
WoW
mean,
took a lot of friends from me.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
WoW took a lot of friends from me.
Yeah, I was probably one of those people back in the day. Would have been.
but see, here's the thing. I haven't asked him, and like now that I'm thinking about it, like I have a feeling. Like, does he have other friends that are playing it that he can?
I bet he does.
Yeah, he does. Like dollars. I'll bet you a nickel.
Bet you a pretty shiny
I will.
nickel.
I will
Dollars
bet you
to
a
donuts at the
solid nickel.
submarine.
Dollars to donuts.
But yeah,
As long
Yep.
as it's not made of carbon fiber.
right. Um,
Listen, it's only the highest quality carbon fiber submarine. It can
Did you
definitely
see?
handle the pressure.
I was gonna say, did you see how they fucking wound that thing?
And if it can't handle the pressure, you don't have to worry about it. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
they did.
fine.
I mean, it was fundamentally wrong.
Have
And
you
it
seen
was
Michael Jackson Moonwalker?
it was fucking luck that nothing super bad happened before that.
Yeah, right.
It
Like
was
the other 10
pure
times they.
fucking
Yeah.
luck, and they used that as evidence. Well, it hasn't failed yet.
Yep.
Mm,
I mean, that is
Right.
the case. It hadn't failed yet.
yeah. So, well, I say we, meaning Mindful Wellness had an
Wow.
extended rant on the
This
the
ain't
well
mindful wellness. This is surgery.
exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Rabble
we had
rabble.
an extended rant about the wealthy submariners, and I don't feel the need to relitigate it here.
What do you mean?
This is the part of the show where I say eat the rich 12 times.
Yeah. It doesn't need relitigated. We've litigated it enough on
I mean,
the show already.
the only problem is that there wasn't a
Eat the
whale with
rich.
baleen
And somewhere in there,
the
I've got to
area
play the
to
temperance.
suck it up and like
Suck
slurp
it up
it
and eat the
off
rich.
slurp it off its toothbrush teeth and use that to move on. Like that's the sad thing. That protein was wasted.
Ugh.
Orcas
And
are becoming
this
my.
goes back to what we were talking about, like around the time we came on. Like you were talking about your line.
Yeah,
My
that's true.
line is like, well, I guess it's a little flexible, and that's all right. So I can't recommend it to anybody besides me. But if I decide, um, it's being its existence, if we're talking about like whether or not we can eat something else, its existence only occurs
Talk about eating
because
rich.
somebody wants to eat it, and I can watch and make sure that it's being taken care of ethically. Like that's a big part of my thing. Like
All I
I
have to
used
say is that koalas are so goddamn dumb. I want to eat one.
Do it.
well, I mean, but the thing is, they wouldn't taste good because of their diet. Like, but like,
I'm sure with
I
you
used to
make it
buy,
taste good.
No, it's too strong.
We can
It's
do
too
it.
They taste like cough drops.
right, and like, or actually, not even like regular Halls. They would taste like Fisherman's Friend.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh,
Yuck!
Right? That's what those bitches would taste like. So while it might be ethical to eat one, you wouldn't wanna.
We have the power. I can make this taste good. I can make anything
but
taste
what
good.
if?
Wait, what if I
But
cook
what if
teriyaki
koala meat?
done?
What if koala meat make pee pee grow?
I'm game. I'm already eating it. I've already killed
Um,
koalas.
All right, so I got two things to say to that. Number one, for myself, um,
I'm gonna have a. We're gonna be doubling
Oh,
in size here. 2 inches. Here I come.
Wait,
that's what I'm saying. Like, for where I'm at right now in life, I do not want a monster clit. Like, I do not want a clit I can suck from. All right, so that's number one. Number two, if I was going to share a dinner,
Okay.
the person that I would most likely share a dinner with, yeah, if I fed him like koala and it had that property, I would just have to shove him out the door after he finished his plate because like I couldn't deal with that.
But June, if you had a monster clit, you could use it on Jank.
Oh no. I'm underprepared for this.
Why would I want to do that?
why the fuck not?
Because he's a
You-
sexy motherfucker.
Because he didn't ask for it.
All right, this is getting
I've never-
dangerously
I've-
close to the
No,
HR corner.
I'm just saying, like, I've never gotten any DMs that are like, "Hey, eat some koala meat and fuck me with your engorged clit." Like, I mean, if that were
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Jake,
know,
get on it.
All right.
I would
Hey,
just
what's your
keep my
what's your
mouth shut.
password, Jake?
No.
Dude, this sounds
gonna
like
need
some
you to-
shit out of Borderlands.
But like,
They're gonna
but
take
let's
their.
be
I
clear.
got a suspicious link for you to follow, Jake.
Okay.
But let's
You know-
be clear. I really, I don't want that to like. Please don't make me eat things that are going to do weird things to my genitals. Please.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Madge, you're soaking in it.
Gonna take my cockatiel to the ribcage slaughter.
What is with these ducks?
Did you see them?
Just random acts of ducks.
They're just very cute. What's
No,
wrong
but
with them?
here's the thing. None of them say quack. The regular white one, like not the white one. I sent these to my sister and she's like, I really like the Grace Jones one.
Nah, honking is for when they choose violence.
But like they don't quack.
They
But
often
the-
choose violence.
But oh, they were choosing violence. The iridescent like dark one did nibble on my toe a little bit to be like, hey, and I'm like, no. But the plain white one makes enough noise for all of them, but it never quacks. It sounds like a busted saxophone. And I never knew that was a duck noise. Busted saxophone.
Fun fact, it's a duck's world and we just live on it.
So chickens growl.
Mm.
They're not
Oh,
chickens.
speaking
That's a
speaking of
raptor.
chickens,
You ever see that horror movie with evil chickens with red eyes?
That's a raptor with extra steps.
I did not.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
Well,
they're like
wait.
compies. They just run through and like eat everybody.
Seen
chicken
Attack of the
absolutely
Killer
wild.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, I seen Killer Tomatoes.
The,
Yeah.
the chicken is the closest relative to the T-Rex.
I know.
Can
That's why I'm saying it's a raptor with extra steps.
can I tell you guys something about those little videos I shared?
Maybe.
The second one, the chicken that's like closest to
Yeah,
the
but I want to say one thing really quick. Your seat cushion looks like a pizza.
I thought it was a pizza too. It's not just me.
my my
I
dear
can't respond. I'm
friend.
watching Sanford and Son.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Thank God it's
Dun,
not
dun,
the Norm
dun.
show.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, no, the one chicken that is in prominent display at the very beginning of that second video. Um, so we stopped back by the house after a day of being out and some of us carousing. Some of the ladies wanted to freshen up before we went back out. But my friend whose house it was, and Ash was that chicken's name. That was her favorite chicken. When she was like putting the birds in the little enclosure when we left, Ash didn't want to go in, and she's like, "Oh, okay." Well, something came and got Ash. Fox, bobcat, dunno.
Particularly arrogant pigeon.
Just like a four-corner fluff of feathers and
Dude, there's
nothing.
some fucking pigeons that live across the street from me that are about the size of that goddamn chicken right there.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing, like, what would just like come and eat them out of the yard? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could.
Fox,
Are we
But, you know,
talking?
bobcat,
Are we
coyote.
talking about? Are we talking about ducks? Are we talking about Sanford and
no,
Son?
the
Or are we
chicken,
talking
the
about the
chicken.
rich? Oh,
Chicken.
okay, we're
Ash
talking
got
about chickens. Okay.
Ash was an
Well,
ashhole and
well,
got ate.
in this particular instance, we're talking about a chicken. But, you know, you can extrapolate it.
MJP, we're just over here talking about a peacock.
Ancient Chinese secret. Ancient Chinese.
You've been watching too many early 1980s TV ads, MJP. You got to dial it back.
What? I
You
can't
don't
have a
gotta do
minty fresh.
nothing. Don't dial
I
it
can't
back
have a
even
minty
one
fresh
bit.
time out here.
Uh,
Don't dial it back even one bit.
A
Ash
nice
knows
cool
better.
island breeze of a time.
Mentos fresh and full of life.
oh, the fucking Mentos ads. All right, but here's
We've got a winner.
all right. So they had
Is it
series
chicken
of
dinner?
Sanford and Son. Wait, hold on. Oh my God! Like
Could
I
be.
didn't hear that
Could be.
phrase. I didn't hear that phrase until I moved to the Pacific Northwest. Around the time I've heard of JoJo's. You
What?
familiar
The
with
the potatoes?
The Bizarre
Yes.
Adventure?
Oh,
No,
I love JoJo's.
Well, yeah, it's seasoned potato wedges, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
know what JoJo's are. That's you got the good
But here's
stuff.
the thing, like, where the fuck did you hear about JoJo's? Because
I don't
growing
know.
up
From
my
Ak-
entire life, that
Some
wasn't
from
a
Akron,
thing.
rando.
Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, some rando in South Dakota.
Okay, so it made it to the Midwest. Like I had never heard of it until I lived in the Pacific Northwest. That and the whole phrase of winter winter chicken dinner. Like when I first heard that, I thought the woman that said it made it up.
I heard that in 8th grade. No, 5th grade.
And that was in Ohio?
Wherever 5th grades are held.
Well, I don't know where you were in fifth grade.
Well, in all 50 states, they hold a 5th grade. So which fucking state were you in, home slice?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. In my fifth grade in New Jersey, that was not a thing.
I
You
was
never
gonna say real quick, if you can, shout out, just like a little message to LD. His dad is in
Oh,
the hospital.
oh
Oh
shit.
no.
He had like a massive stroke.
Oh no.
Oh fuck. Oh.
So
Good
yeah,
vibes to you, friend.
uh,
Hope his dad makes it.
Do
I
ya?
don't know a lot. I know
Do you?
he's
Yeah.
okay.
Why wouldn't I?
But yeah,
If he
dude, I had
had
a
a
friend.
massive stroke. I mean, like, I'm not Like, not for nothing. Like, I don't know his situation. I don't know nothing. And of course, I would want my loved one to
I know.
survive and recover. But here's the thing: if he
I
had a
know
massive
strokes are.
fucking stroke, if he had a massive fucking stroke, like he might never.
Well, I had a friend recently who had 3 strokes that was my age.
Like at the same time?
No,
Well,
he had
right,
1.
and not for nothing. If you're younger, you can bounce back from that. But like, if you're
That so
80,
it's yeah, it's better. So he actually, so he had a stroke, went in, they did all that stuff. He got out. He felt it happen again, and so he ended up back in the hospital and had 2 more when he was in the hospital.
yeah, like my
Uh,
yeah.
he's
I
out
had, I
and
had a
he's actually
coworker that had a stroke, and they could only say curse words
fuck
after.
yes.
That was the extent of it.
So
Um,
no physical stuff, just like
A little
speech.
bit of droopiness on one side, but after a while that kind of like went away.
How about like walking and like eating and
yeah,
For the
dude.
you
most
know?
My
part, for the most part, they bounced back on all of it, but they just gave up when it came to the language stuff and
Well, I mean,
just
it's not
fucking
like
shit, everything.
He
it's
is the
not
fucking shit.
just giving up. Like sometimes it's not fucking worth it. But like to
Yeah,
well,
it's
and
true.
me,
sometimes that's just
to
it too.
me,
Like that's it. It is what it is. You
It
know.
is what it is. Yeah, yeah,
one
for sure.
one of the things is like I draw the line at like I don't want someone else to wipe my ass.
Yeah, no, my friend actually recovered all the way except for cuz like he called me and I about shit my pants cuz I was like, "Dude, how do you even know who I am?" You know? And when I talked to him, he's got his lower left eye. He can only see out about 75% of it,
Hmm.
and the doctors actually said his eye might die. So he might lose his eye all the way.
Okay,
But he's like,
that's fucked
"Dude,
up, but
after having 3 strokes and but he's walking, he's driving, he's like doing every before I mean, of course it's slower,
right,
but
but like he sees a range of opportunities,
yes,
and he is doing the best he can to get the most out of what he has.
exactly. And we're gonna
Right.
try to do something this summer to kind of
Oh, dope. And
celebrate.
and the thing is, like, I've seen people make amazing comebacks after strokes.
Oh
Um,
yeah, it fucking happens. Like my dad had a brain aneurysm and fucking lived.
which which is a kind of that's a hemorrhagic stroke.
Yeah.
Boy, we're pulling out them
So
$5 words there.
Well, there's hemorrhagic and there's ischemic, Chink.
Those are two $5. That's $10 worth of words you just threw at us. This is the sons of tree air, not the sons of intelligence. Knock that off.
So there's two kinds of strokes. There's like the no blood, and then there's the bleeding too much.
Oh, those make perfect sense. Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
and so my dad when because he had an aneurysm because his blood clot in his brain didn't bust. It actually just
And then it
like
made the vessel bust.
Have you
Because if
seen
you have an
Secret Squirrel?
aneurysm and you have a stroke from that, that's
yeah.
usually hemorrhagic.
Yes,
Have you
what
seen
happened was is
Secret
it didn't
Squirrel,
go
Jank?
poof,
I
it just like
have
squirted.
not. I vaguely know of that.
They said squirted.
Said squirrel.
Squirterg.
But
Squirthog.
yeah, he ended up fine too. Actually, he's a
He's a
speaking of
bigot.
that, I get to my mom. Oh, he is. I have to go
Squirtarius.
get him. I have to go get my mom because he's turned into a complete Nazi.
Oh
Have
no.
you have you tried? You gonna take him out back and put him out of his misery?
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again and seeing if it takes out the Nazi?
If I turn it off, it's never coming back on again.
Have you took him to anti-Nazi classes?
I'm about to take him to church if you didn't know what I mean,
Oh,
Ah,
motherfucker.
yes, finding religion.
oh no, I
That'll
was
make him worse for sure.
Well, the funny thing is he's not religious, but he's so Republican, and he still thinks that like Trump should be president and all this stuff, and he's been like a total fucking liberal piece of shit with me, where he'll say things like, "Oh, I hate both candidates," and then he like talks to my brother, and he's like, "But I think a felon should be president," and that's not what he's saying. Okay, those are the words that came out of his mouth, but that's not what he's saying, and I just want to make sure I make that clear, because I believe that a felon should be able to an extent, but he wants a rapist bigot to be a president, not a felon.
Yeah,
That's
that's
He's
that's
selective
how
who
that
he
works,
wants
right?
that to apply to.
exactly. He's
Yeah, yeah.
doing a selective for thee or for me and not thee type shit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. And I talked to my mom, and also she lives out in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota. She can't get the health care that she needs and stuff like that. I said, "Mom, just come live with me."
Yeah, America.
So
Good, good.
they won't prescribe her anything for fibromyalgia because she smokes weed.
They really got a lot of stuff in this. Full TV
Sanford and
episode.
Son?
Oh, jeez, yeah. No, this full TV shows thing you posted. They got Mork and Mindy. Jeez, man.
Got everything.
Not everything, but they got a lot of stuff.
I
A lot
used
of
to
something.
so I never got into like Sanford and Son or really any of those older TV shows. For me,
This
those
is
were
from
on.
this is the thing. You don't get into these shows. These shows just appear out of nowhere and you watch it because that's what you had and was grateful for it because yeah, a lot of people didn't even have TV. A lot of people didn't watch TV. You just come in, you see a
Right.
TV, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck ever? What's on? Cool. We'll watch it. And Sanford and Son was one of those shows, but it was
And
actually kind of funny.
that was on Nick at Night when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it was like I Love Lucy, you know, a little bit later it was like Sanford and Son and all of that. But I watched the Munsters. That was my big older TV.
See, Sanford and Son was just on, but
Well,
what's
all TV was
happening?
just on until the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like I'm just saying, like what's happening. Like I looked forward to that.
Well, and I think the other thing that, for anybody younger that's listening, you got to remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
the light
you guys don't fucking know.
the
We have
light
listeners?
I
the
assume they're
light
talking to
was
me.
our alarm to go home. Okay, like our parents 90% of the time had no fucking clue where we are. We just wandered until the light came on, and then we went home.
I forgot all about Sinbad.
Was a Star Search, Ed McMahon, man. Fucking Star Search. My the rabbit hole I fell down into like recently was Solid Gold.
There's a really good British show called that used to be on PBS that was called Are You Being Served?
Oh, oh, well, that came on the local PBS channel.
Yeah, that's what is that not what I said?
Mr.
Sorry,
Humphreys
yeah,
and
Mr. Humphreys.
and Mrs. the one that was hitting on everybody and always talking about her pussy. And then there was Miss whatever who was like the youngish chick.
Yeah, the old lady
Who
had like different colored hair every
Yeah, yeah, Mrs. whatever. Yeah. But like
Yeah.
there was always jokes about my pussy. Mr. Humphreys was like the fey. He's gay, but we're not actually going to say it.
Right.
Feet. He's a feet.
There was the fluffy haired like
They didn't
supposed to be hot
they didn't have a
dude.
black guy, so they had to have the gay guy.
Right. There was the fluffy haired supposed to be hot dude. There was the like uptight manager dude.
Who looked like a goddamn butler.
Yes. But yeah, no, but that show was fucking hilarious.
Oh god, it was so funny. I mean, I watched that shit as a kid. But see, like,
Wait, hold on, hold on. Have any of you guys watched Benny Hill?
Benny Hill, no.
Wait, MJP, you have? I just heard a faint echo of him. Like he was
Can
floating
you hear me
away.
now?
Yeah.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me now?
we can't
Yeah,
hear
yeah, yeah.
you now.
Yeah,
Wait.
I seen it. I seen it.
Oh shit. How
I
about you,
remember.
Jank?
I have not.
Ugh, you're so lucky. Oh my god.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
bad.
it was the worst show on earth. And it always came on, it would come on at night in between like two things that were actually funny or like good to see.
Oh god, I
Um
fucking hate that.
right. It was like that in between half hour. And it was so fucking dumb and I would get so mad at it.
Yeah, Adult Swim was that way for me,
Yeah, they
which
did that
was
a lot. They did
Cartoon
that a lot.
Network. Yeah, I was just like, half the
It got
fucking
to the
time.
point where you would just have to turn it off and come back and turn it back on and see what's on.
Yeah, I would switch channels to something else and then come back to it.
The
And then it would just
only
be
good
the most random shit too. You're like, what the fuck am I?
the
Yeah,
only
like,
good thing about me remembering Benny Hill is when references came up to it in like fucking Family Guy with Stewie having his sexy parties. Like I
hmm
yeah,
took the cultural
Yeah.
reference. Like that was the only I wish someone could take memories of Benny Hill out of my head from a kid and like and I could free up that space to remember something else. Soccer statistics. I don't give a fuck. Just
Literally anything.
literally anything.
Like, wait for it. Wait for it. There it goes.
What the fuck?
do
I
we need to
do
go
not want
piss
that
on Benny
floating
Hill's
around in my
grave?
head.
That
I
makes me
do not
wonder.
want it
Hey, I
floating
have a
around in my
question.
head.
Thinking of Benny Hill, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is buggery?
Ass fucking.
I thought it,
Specifically,
I
think
wasn't
it
sure if it
mainly
was.
I think it mainly means like a man fucking another man in the ass.
But see.
Specifically.
I
So I
think
was
it can
also
be
told that
either,
it's
but
any. I
yeah.
thought I was told it was any kind of non-maritals.
Well, I mean, in theory, it means the same as sodomy, which depending on who you ask, but like,
Huh? I heard it
but
was
like,
fuckery.
but buggery specifically refers to ass sex.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure because I've heard multiple versions of what it means.
Yeah, well, I don't think the other people are being truthful to you.
But we would never lie to you.
No, buggery like specifically means like butt sex between two males. Yeah,
Now I can get my degree in British.
there you go.
Ah, y'all. He was buried in England. We can't even go piss on his grave.
Oh, who, Benny
Speak
Hill?
for yourself.
Yeah.
I
No,
spent
I
more
don't
money
I
for
don't hate
stupider
him enough to
things.
piss on his grave. I don't feel about him like I do about Reagan or something.
I mean, it's not even that far. You could do it if you
Yeah, I'll
really
just
want it.
fucking swim there.
No, I'll just take
They'll pull you
I
out of
got
the
a
water and be like, "She's white. Let her pass."
I got a friend in the UK that I've been meaning to visit. I'm just going to take a small vial of like with me. I'll fill it with piss once I'm through customs, and then when I'm nearby, I'll just dump it.
Just fill a
Easy
super
peasy
soaker full of
lemon
piss
squeezy.
and then have a fun day at the local cemetery, you know?
Well,
It
yeah,
wouldn't
because I
even
mean,
take
like,
long. You would just be like, oh, okay, here, let me pop out of this trip real quick. Okay, done, and I'm back.
well,
Let's
no, because
continue.
here's the thing. Like, I could totally piss there, but like, don't you know, like, the UK has all those fucking closed camera, like,
Oh
closed
yeah,
circuit, like, camera shits,
CCTV.
like,
They're the number one
That's true.
CCTV
That's
state.
fine.
well, that's fine if you don't mind getting arrested.
I don't mind getting arrested.
You're American. They'll know.
They'll
They'll
know.
like, oh, stupid fucking American.
Does it?
Every
No,
fucking
well, I mean, I
90s
just
Americans.
no, I
What are you
don't
doing?
want
What are you
to.
doing pissing on Benny Hill's grave? I thought it would be cool.
If I'm gonna
God
be
damn it, American.
Wait,
arrested,
this isn't a
if
bathroom?
if I'm gonna be arrested for pissing on a
Everything's a
grave in
bathroom
the
when you're
UK,
American.
if I'm gonna be arrested for pissing on a grave in the UK, it's gonna be for Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah,
Okay,
real.
like
That's a harder. That is a
I'm not
significantly
gonna
harder one
waste
to
it
get
on
to.
Benny Hill. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nobody's guarding Benny Hill's grave.
I might
Then
be.
where's the challenge, my friend?
I
It's,
might
it's
be.
not. It's just a side mission. It's a side quest. You just kind
I'm
of
just
you go in, get some extra XP while you're on your main quest.
Just why
Sure,
wouldn't the sheep?
go for the bigger one. But you might as well stop
if
at
I
Benny Hill
packed
first.
if I
You might
packed
as
a
well stop
certain
over there and be like, fuck this show, and just shower them.
here's the thing. I
He
get very
probably liked it.
uncomfortable wearing dresses. I feel like I'm in drag. But if I packed a certain kind of dress, I
How
could,
drag is it?
well, I definitely could pull off like pissing on Benny Hill's grave.
God, goddamn right.
I could do it. I mean, I could. I'm not saying I'm gonna. I'm just saying I could, and I'm gonna give it further research.
They're like, what are you doing? And you say bucket list, and they say, oh, okay.
Okay.
Or you're gonna have to go to jail. You say, well,
Jail or
can't
prison?
you just let me go?
You're like jail or
Save
prison?
yourself some paperwork. They're like, oh, right. It's not like we have guns anyway.
Well, no, well, because here's the thing. I'm traumatized enough by cops that even if I intellectually know they don't have guns,
That's my
I'm
favorite TikTok gag,
scared of
by the
them
way.
anyway.
My favorite
What?
running TikTok gag is Americans getting held up by British roadmen. I think that's the term that they use. Roadmen.
Roadmen.
The Americans are always just like, yeah, I don't
Wait,
think you
is held up what
understand."
they call pulled over?
No, like stuck up.
Oh,
Like we're gonna rob you. We're gonna do the thing. And
what do they
repeatedly, they're
what do
just
they
like,
got though? What do they have?
yeah. I mean, the reality here is we just find British accents way too funny. We can't take them seriously.
It would be like if a kitten was trying to rob you.
Yeah, basically.
Oh man,
like
listen,
don't
Boots.
don't some
You're
of
so
the don't
funny.
some of the British cops have guns though?
Sure.
It's the fucking meow mix cat just like this is a stick up. Meow, 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 meow,
Meow
meow,
meow meow
meow.
meow
You're like,
meow meow
what the
meow
fuck are
meow
you
meow
trying to
meow meow
say?
meow meow
What-
meow 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 meow
I
meow.
think it wants
I'm
you
gonna
to take
shoot
off your
you, meow
jewelry.
meow meow meow.
Hey man,
Shoot me with
I
what?
think it's
Your
I
no
think
gun? Fuck you.
I
Hands
think it's
up,
trying to take your
meow
shoes.
meow.
Oh man, it
It
was still funny when Billy
He
was
was
working on the
reaching
Brits.
for a weapon, meow 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 meow. Oh, sorry, that was the American version. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's on point for America.
we'd be like, wow,
Man,
that cop didn't even put any evidence on us. Moving on up.
what the fuck? I was reading something. Oh, somebody blew a cop's window out with a fucking firework yesterday in Oregon,
Hey, that's hilarious.
and they called it an improvised explosive device.
Of course they did. Fucking cops.
They're like the person altered it
to blow up different. I was like, I highly fucking even doubt that, you piece of shit. To be honest, I bet.
Altered, quote unquote, means the weird shop he bought. Like, it wasn't even
Yeah,
a shop; it was a corner stand with like a canvas awning and
exactly.
and plank boards for the top, and it wasn't mixed right.
Guys, it's super serial. I'm super serious right now. They're shooting fireworks at me, and it's
It,
It's
it's
it's by
it's
the
gonna
grace
hurt.
of
It's gonna
God.
hurt. They took out my windshield, and they've got
I,
explosive devices,
It
improvised devices of
it's
exploding.
it's by the grace of God that the like original lighter of the mortar didn't lose a finger.
They don't
Like,
treat us with respect. They don't care about us cops.
what probably really
They
happened
don't
is the
really
cop
care
was
about
jacking
us.
it in the fucking car, and the guy went up and lit it next to the car, and then when he jumped from whacking it, he probably shot his fucking window out like a dumbass.
Like a
Nah,
dumbass.
there was probably
oh,
holding. They were
you
probably
mean like
playing. They were
I
probably
was gonna
playing Hold the M80, and they fucking someone just was at the end, just held in, just fucking threw it, and ended up in the cop car.
Dude,
see, I can see like a totally normal reason for 'cause jackasses are fucking with fireworks out there, right? Like, I mean,
Teenagers,
right, like
teenagers.
teenagers and 20 something year olds who are like, hold my beer, watch this. Like,
well, yeah, because the 20-year-old
that's how
got the right
that
for the
giant ass
18-year-old.
forest fire happened a couple years ago. Like, some dickhead like 19-year-old who was like lighting off Roman candles in the middle of the woods, and like one of the pews like landed in a big pile of brush, and boom, like the entire Northwest's on fire. Like, people are assholes. But no, what's even more fucked up is a couple years ago there was like damn near a stampede um over here on South Street, and I don't remember if it was 4th of July or Memorial Day. I'll have to look it up. But like there was this thing, and like, oh, like shots fired at cops. And when you see the pictures the cops give, like it's so obvious it's planted. They're like, oh yeah, here's this cop's hat with um like a fucking round that's never been shot like poked through it. And basically the most plausible explanation that people have come up with is like, you know, like maybe some cop stumbled or something and his gun went off, and all the other cops freaked out and started firing, and everybody ran. Like,
I feel
God
like cops
damn.
were just. I feel
but
like the cops were just.
they shut down shit for like days. But there was
God
nothing.
damn.
There was no reason.
I feel like it was an innocent kid, and they beat the shit out of him for no reason because they're fucking cops.
He's black, I'm sure.
I think in that particular
They blew
circumstance,
up my
their
windshield
own
and then just beat the
clumsiness.
shit out of him.
Oh, yeah, the windshield. No, it was just that was just some fucking kid.
Well, but what I'm trying to say is they probably grabbed the first black kid and just started beating the hell out of him. Is my
Of course. I mean, that's not even a question.
That's just like the
You fit the
default setting.
description.
Yeah, it's the setting on the dryer. What do you mean?
A black kid wearing clothes.
Yeah. Kid. Black.
Existing while brown.
Have you all ever looked into like pellet guns or BB guns or whatever, and then like the less than lethal guns that you can get?
Yes, we have a factory for them right
Mm-hmm.
near here.
Yeah,
I was
you're talking like airsoft and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you can get it like fucking 50 cal airsoft, which I had no fucking idea.
The people I moved in
Oh
with
yeah.
when I first moved to Washington, uh, the guy had a, what do they call it, a deuce and a half, like those like military jeepy things that are super wide. You know what I'm talking about? I guess like 2,500. But anyway, the big like military jeepy things, and he had a 50 cal airsoft gun mounted on it because like they used to go do shit, and that was really cool. Gee, I wonder if I could modify that to like use other projectiles other than like those little like nice plastic pellets. But like, that was just a
Oh, they
thought
make
experiment.
shit. So you can put. They make like steel balls and shit that you can put in them. They make
Well,
motor balls.
BBs, yeah. But
Well, but
like,
no, like they make complete. These aren't. Some of them aren't BBs. Like they do like uh these weird like self defense ones that are basic. It's just basic. It's like
They're interestingly
but
still called BBs. They have gauges to them though. You can buy specific sized ones for
yeah, it's a
specifically
ball
hurting
bearing.
people.
yeah the
But it sounds like Farmy's saying that like maybe they have some that have like stuff inside that make them do different things rather than just like being hollow. Because like a regular ball bearing is hollow, right?
No.
Like, isn't that why they wear out in like motors and things?
No, they're not hollow, but they do wear out because in motors and things they're rubbing against something. They're the point of
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
friction.
like those ones are solid.
They are solid typically.
All right. So does a regular BB gun like fire a solid ball bearing, or are they hollow?
It depends on the BB. You can purchase specifically
Yeah, you can
hollow
buy both.
ones.
Uh,
I would guess that
That's
your
what airsoft
BB,
is. It's just like plastic BBs,
I
plastic
know,
hollow.
but I'm interested if they were made out of steel, um, the varying properties of like what that would do to something that it would hit for like
Oh
target.
yeah, oh yeah, you can fuck some shit up with some BBs.
for sure.
Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, that's what a shotgun is, right? You're just spraying BB.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
functionally.
it's a little more dangerous to make it go faster. So they like propel it by like.
Oh, I know this. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying for target practice only, I would be curious.
That's a feature,
Yeah.
not a bug.
so I put
At
a
a certain point, it turns into an actual gun.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you ask the Supreme Court.
And that depends on your skin tone.
Is it a single action of the like is there like an ignition? Who are we to say like what even is a gun?
Oh, I'm thoroughly aware of what a gun is. Watch me. It's very interestingly, if you gauge it off of the shade of the color of skin of the person who's holding it, it becomes much easier for the Supreme Court to figure out which they think is a gun and which one they think isn't.
Isn't that funny? And like also like local,
Law enforcement,
locally
yeah,
too,
get much
because
better.
because look at like Ronald Reagan was all about like freedom of guns until like the Black Panthers showed up in like Sacramento, and then he was like, oh no, we got to have restrictions on this shit.
Yeah,
because
weird.
you gotta think about who might be carrying that gun.
You don't.
What if
until
it's
you
not?
do.
What if it's not you?
Oh, well,
What if it's not you?
getting
See,
worse.
that's where.
so yeah they
So the important thing is to make sure that people like me
Right.
can have whatever they want,
White women.
so they have
or
aluminum.
whoever me is in this sense.
Oh.
So it looks like they have like aluminum balls, steel balls, pepper balls.
Do they have brass balls?
I mean, I got big bass.
Are there brass monkey balls?
And then they
Brass
have these like
monkey, that chunky.
The funky monkey. Ooh, ooh.
brass monkey, chunky, that funky monkey. Anyways, they have these steel core. They call them Devastator rounds, and that's what I linked in the chat.
The Devastator.
That just sounds like a dildo.
we need to make a bingo card of dildo or like
That weapon.
or like gun adjacent catalog name.
Oh god, dude, we should do random bingos, and then you try to get a bingo throughout the fucking
Like,
show.
I always think there was this. I think it was like maybe one of the first blogs I ever saw, and
Oh shit, we're going way back.
yeah, and they had this little game in the back, and it was gay or Eurotrash,
Oh, I like it.
and
What if I'm both? God damn it.
right. But I mean, like they would have the little pictures, and like you were supposed to guess, and I guess they based it on like
Eat the
other
rich.
context. Yeah,
Eat the
well,
rich.
they should have all been. I
Eat
don't
the
know.
rich.
Did you know that it is okay to be a cannibal if you get your meat ethically sourced? And I don't know any other way to find ethically sourced meat except from the rich.
They are very delicious. You should eat them. You should
You're
definitely eat the
you're
rich.
really wow. You're really causing me to go deep into like where like the seat of my morals.
So we're SOT. We should at least brush over the elections, right? You know, say, hey Dan, we tried. We
Oh,
did the
yeah.
Well,
thing.
he said he was gonna come in late.
That motherfucker ain't coming.
It's
Heyo.
11:14.
Allow him his day off.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, no. If he would just say like, I'm not gonna be here," fine. But don't say I'm gonna be there later and then like bail. But like the fucking election, like it's tickling me because since I answered one, now I'm getting tons of text polling. Like, oh, you're a registered voter. Can
Oh
we?
yeah, you shouldn't have did that.
All right, so I do have two questions.
No, I'm enjoying them. I do them during my workday, like some people play fucking games on their phone. Like if I need a break,
Oh,
I'll
that's
be like,
funny.
sure, I'll answer your poll. Like, right?
So I do have two questions for you. One is do you think that Trump is gonna win now after everything that's just recently happened?
I think
And
it's
then
too early to
two,
tell.
and then two. Fuck, what's the other? I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Who was you in the original question?
I think I was gonna ask if you think like the SCOTUS decision is going to like basically collapse democracy. Well, I mean, like the illusion of democracy that we have.
What illusion.
Right?
I mean, not us. I mean society.
The libs? You mean the libs?
Yes. Well, libs are mostly society, homie. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, but they'll keep pretending until like somebody cuts their throat. Like,
Well, but I mean, well, yeah. I mean, they'll keep pretending, but is this going to crumble everything to where they have to be like, well, yep, that's the end. Thanks, guys.
They don't gotta do shit. That's their primary
That's
tactic is to
true.
do nothing.
True.
If you're waiting on
We're-
libs to do anything, you will be disappointed.
Well, I don't mean
the
like I mean,
helicopters will be on the roof and they'll
Is
be
this-
like, "Oh no, it's a, you know."
is the American experiment done?
Oh no.
This is the heritage of Nazi scientists that they imported at the end of World War II. Like, is the experiment for those motherfuckers ever done?
Well, no, but we
That's the heritage of the what is it? 200 or 20,000 in that Nazi fucking rally in the US.
It's just the guys that went. Right?
Yeah, that's just the guys that went.
You know, like, because, like, if there's a concert somewhere, that doesn't mean that that's every single fan. Like, some
Oh,
guys
so-
had to work. Like, some guys, like,
Right.
you know, like, what it take to get a ticket.
Well,
Like,
and some dudes, even some Nazis have the foresight of like, yeah, bro, I don't want to get arrested.
There's the rich petit bourgeois.
Yeah.
yeah. And
They had to have the money
But-
to go to the Hitler rally.
right,
Yeah, Hitler
the
rallies
rest
are
of them had to
expensive.
be like, oh man, you know anybody that's at that show?
Or they had the fucking carpool. Either way.
Where'd
So
you
I
tell
think
your wife you was?
I don't think Trump is gonna win. I think
Really?
that
Really?
I think that there's a lot of people that are gonna go out and vote for Biden just because they don't want, just like what happened last time.
See, now
Because I don't.
I just keep
Eith-
thinking back to 2016. Because here's the thing: I grew up on the East Coast. I grew up in the Mid Atlantic. I grew up with Trump, and like I could not wrap my head around the idea that like people would actually like for real vote for it. Like I mean I knew they were like, "Oh yeah, here's this disgusting turd. Like he can do whatever. I want to be able to do that." Rawr! Like but I didn't think
It's Hillary Clinton.
yeah, but like and that's the thing, as much as I hated Hillary, like I sincerely did not think that there would be anywhere close to the votes that much like it never crossed my mind that it would be an honest contest, even knowing like the alternative was like a pig scrotum. Like nobody that like unless it was a joke would vote for Donald Trump, right? In my mind. But then there we were.
Yeah, I mean, I do 100% admit that, like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't. I mean, is there a real chance that Trump will win? Fuck yeah, there is.
Yes. I have zero faith in America anymore. I just don't.
I think Trump will win, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like they're like, "Oh,
So
there's a 50-50 chance that this hurricane is going to hit your house." Not for nothing, I'm going to start boarding up windows. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm
I mean,
wrong.
we're all sitting here as self-proclaimed communists in some fashion,
Hey, speak for
right?
yourself.
I don't know about that. I don't know enough about theory to claim one thing or the other.
No, so what you're thinking of is me and Dan specifically.
So
Like I'm pretty sure I'm a socialist, but I don't know enough about communism to know if that's my John.
oh no,
Okay, let's make this easy. Capitalism, yes or no?
No. No.
Then congratulations.
you're a dirty
You're in the socialist territory, not democratic socialist, but just socialist.
Yeah.
That's firmly on the left.
No,
That's
and
closer
I
to a
said like
communism
So-
thing.
I'm 90% sure I'm a socialist, but I don't know if I'm a communist.
So MJ, are you gonna vote?
Yeah. I mean, there's other stuff to vote for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I 100%. You should really vote in your local elections. That's actually really important.
Yeah.
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 Even because like here's the thing is like I think that we all here though understand that even though we don't want capitalism, that we still function in a capitalistic society. And I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
you
think-
participate in society. Curious.
Well,
Exactly.
ultimately, you have to be in a position to be able to do something about fascism, and you're not going to be in that position if you don't like take care of like the small shit, the shit that's
Well,
easy to deal with.
right. And well, and then on top of that, like, we all like, it's like I don't agree with 90% of the laws, but I still have to follow them unless I want to end up in prison to an extent, right?
To an extent.
Yeah.
But and
So-
also like and I'll point out
You can
like
also, and you can also do your little bit of resistance there as well.
Right, you
Right.
can have what is it?
malicious compliance you're
Thank you.
thinking about. But like like I think MJP's referring to things that like maybe would get you brought up, for and you might get off for jury nullification because it's like it's dumbass law. Like
Yeah.
if you feel super strongly about something and you have enough protections that it's not going to ruin your fucking life if y- you stand up against something, I kind of think you should. But
Right.
like you have to figure out like what's going to be the damage to like my family, what's going to be the damage because we live in a capitalist society, like what's going to be the
Right.
damage to my earnings, like am I going to lose health care over this, am I going to be able to
Right.
get my meds, like am I going to be able to keep a roof over my head, like those are like for real things that you have
So
to think about.
what I'm getting at is like, even though I don't necessarily believe that my vote matters in everything by any stretch of the means, like there's still things that I believe in voting.
Right, and they haven't made it illegal yet. They haven't
Yeah.
made it illegal to vote yet. So while you can, you might as well do it. And like you said, like local shit. Like, okay, I don't have any kids that go to school in the area that like my, local state like
Exactly.
taxes are paying for. However, do I believe that the children that live around me deserve to get an education that I'm funding? Fuck yes, I do.
And
Well, and on top of it, you should be paying attention to what is happening in the school board,
Right.
and like, because the thing is that those children are our future. And so, do you want them learning about the lost cosmos? Do you want them
Right. No, I want them learning real shit. And so it's like,
exactly?
first of all, I want to pay for them. Secondly, I give a shit about what they're learning. And it infuriates me that I live in a place where there's so fucking many charter schools. Like, I'm so mad about it, but you know what? Like, okay, so if something comes up on my local ballot and it's like it's asking about charter schools, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to that. If it's people that are like up for the local school board, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to that because like that I care about that shit. I care about my community. I care about the children that live in it, and I care about the future of
So
we live in a society in theory. I care about what's going to be loosed upon the world.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you what happens when you don't pay attention or you live in an area where, they are always going to basically vote against whatever.
I
Like,
know. No, that's the problem.
so, I think I talked to y'all about uh, the clean syringe program here in my town and how they got rid of it. They voted it out. Do you remember me talking about that?
Yeah,
I do.
no, yeah.
Okay. So, I'll tell you what have happened since. So right after that happened, first thing they found out was is that one of the stories that somebody kept repeating on the fucking city council was one of the local kids got poked by a needle on a playground, right? At his school. Over and over again this motherfucker repeated this like it was like God's hand the Bible type shit. Anyways, come to find out that was completely made up. That didn't happen.
Of
Um
course it.
Yeah, exactly. The school came out and said, "We don't have any like, in typical bureaucratic style, they're like, we don't have record of this. We don't have any, phone calls on this. Like, it never fucking happened," is what they're saying, right? Um. So next found out that okay, so that was the first thing. The second thing we found out it is literally illegal for them to do that because there is a part in Colorado law that says that when they made the like you know uh local healthcare, the what's the word I'm looking for? Like social socialist healthcare, that kind of stuff.
The
That
ordinances.
yeah, in the ordinances that they couldn't that a the local healthcare can come in and make basically set up shop whether the city wants them to or not.
The
It doesn't
SCOTUS
have
just
to.
stripped administrative law, though.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how this all goes.
I mean, what it comes
But
down to is like laws don't mean shit except for the people that like are gonna follow them.
so the ACLU is suing my city. Okay, they did
Cool.
get it. So they did get it held off until the 11th, and they also got the syringe program got a restraining order on the city to be able to run it until July 11th at least for that court date.
Dope.
Oh, it gets better. Come to find out, the lady that there's one lady, her name is Regina, and I keep calling her Regina George
Not Regina.
because she's a fucking cunt. Anyways, she kept saying that she got all these phone calls and all these emails saying, oh no, that wasn't the next thing. Hold on. So the next thing is come to find out they actually went behind closed doors when they weren't supposed to, and that was actually illegal as well. They had to explain in detail, like you can't, like if you have to go behind closed doors for legal reasons, you have to explain in detail what you're going to be discussing. Now you don't have to discuss later what was discussed, right? Like what the outcome of that was, but you have to be able to explain why you're going behind closed doors because city council meetings and stuff like that are supposed to be open to the public, right? That's the fucking point. So then come to find out that was illegal. And then on top of that, this lady kept saying that she got all these emails and all of these phone calls saying that these people didn't want the program anymore, yada yada. Well, somebody petitioned to get all of her emails and all of her phone calls. She didn't get like, but maybe 10.
You kind of dropped out on me. I don't know if
Oh, I
everybody else.
said she they the you can actually you can get your local representatives emails and stuff like that. That's all public. So what they did is they petitioned to get her emails and stuff like that, and they went through it, and she didn't have any emails from people saying that they wanted it. Actually, she had the opposite.
Nice.
Of course she
So
did.
yeah, so it's just turned into a really big giant shit show. And that's what can happen if you don't pay attention to your local goddamn politics and you fucking you know, let people get voted in that are just utterly a pile of shit. Fucking
Anti-shit
fascists.
defense. Anti-shit defense voting. I like it. But no, that's real. That's real talk.
So yeah, that's what can happen. They literally come in with no data and try to get rid of a fucking program that actually helps people in the community. Literally helps everybody in the community. And the fascists are like, nope, get rid of it. And they can
Are you
Yeah.
do it.
familiar with ALEC? ALEC?
No, I mean I know that as a name, but not. I'm assuming you mean it's an acronym for something.
I can't remember what the acronym is, but it's basically a database of conservative law. And it's like, so all these legislators and wherever can be like, oh, we want to fuck with XYZ. And they can go in this database of like law templates to make a bill to put up in their local legislatures. And they specifically do it to fuck with people. But I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
right there.
100%.
Like you can just go to it and you're like, oh, I want to fuck with XYZ. And it's like you look it up and it's like, oh, here's 15 laws. Which one do you want?
Well,
Like,
my town has brought other people in from other places to try to get shit to pass. Like they brought in that fucking
yeah,
conservative anti-abortion dude to try to, and he had talked at our stuff. I mean, we're talking about the guy. I think he's like a self-proclaimed like 35-year-old virgin or some shit like that. Dude's a fucking weirdo.
Boy,
Like
what a fucking
goddamn
cell
weird.
phone.
Wait. Self-proclaimed, like he
He
made a
like
proclamation.
yeah, like he's like I'm a virgin. I'm waiting until I'm getting married or whatever. I don't know. He's a fucking
Oh,
like
it's cute. It's cute when women do it, but not when dudes do it.
yeah. Well, not only that, like
Double standards.
no. Well, I think it depends on how you're proclaiming it. You know, if a woman was proclaiming it the same way that a dude was, yeah, I would tell her she's a piece of shit too.
It's not the proclamation, it's the judgment that comes behind it.
I yeah, not the it's the intent.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm telling
They're
you
like,
this
why are you?
because I know
they're
I'm
like, I'm
superior.
waiting for marriage, and you're like, you sure about that?
Well, the ones that I actually like are the people like I'm just waiting for somebody I truly care about. Like it's not necessarily marriage, like I'm like, okay, at least you have the right idea.
oh
'Cause
shit, a year and a half ago, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck anybody I don't hate. And I'm just gonna tell you
Nice.
that narrowed the field a lot, and I've been questioning it.
What? No
But
hate fucks.
No, all hate fucks. She
all
said,
hate
"Oops,
fucks.
all
She
hate
said
fucks."
all hate
well,
fucks.
no. That was I wasn't gonna do that.
You unlock the code.
You
It's
fucking you Konami coded the fucking.
it's it's hard,
I'm just
yo.
over here like democracy can't end because I have too many people left I want to fuck before it ends. Just to say,
Oh no, I hate all of them. That's the problem.
I don't know. So my first ex, like my first husband, was actually a virgin when we got together, and he we were like a good 9 8 9 months I think in before we had sex, but I had been with him, so it was the other way around, I guess. Dude, and he was the chick.
I'm sorry, I'm online looking at instructions for the Dritz dress form.
I don't even know what the fucking words that came out of your mouth.
Those weren't real words. Those were fake words. I don't know, man.
So anyway, who are we voting for?
Joe Mama.
A swift death.
Unfortunately, I mean like I'm voting for Joe Biden. If he's the Democratic candidate, that's who I'm voting for. And it sucks because like I know that it's only going to be semi better under him.
I understand and applaud your sacrifice, ma'am.
No, it's not a sacrifice. I don't mean it like that. It just sucks that like this is what we have to vote.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan would want me to inform everyone
You're
that,
doing your duty.
yeah, the Sons of Trier does not endorse or encourage any particular candidate, but we do encourage you to vote, which is within our legal bounds to do.
It's not illegal yet.
Yep. Vote while it's not
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh yeah.
sir.
I don't even recommend endorsing like you don't take
I'ma
my
just-
goddamn word for it. Do
I'm
whatever
a-
the fuck you want, man. Because
I'm a third party it. I'm a third party it. I can't with the 94 crime bill. I can't. I
Yeah.
fucking can't.
Name more than
There's zero way that I can.
name more than 2 million black people that have been disenfranchised by it. You can't.
You got me there. You got
Yeah,
my ass.
You're not allowed to have any stereotypical names, or we're not counting it. We assume you lied.
And every name is the stereotypical name, right?
Yep. Yep.
What are you talking about? That was Brandon.
Yeah, we know what you're about. All right,
Ugh.
that's our exciting plans for the future, y'all.
They round up all the Brandons and Jameses.
Yep. I'm gonna call it an early night here for us, but don't die, America.
Or do.
Hi, we
Whatever.
love you.